Welcome back, everybody, to yet another episode here on the O'Shea Duke Jackson main channel. I am your host, O'Shea Duke Jackson. I'm just so glad to be here for another stream. And for those of you that were waiting in the chat, we got 14 people watching right now, and I'm glad to have you here. Today, we have one of the best YouTubers in Black YouTube. Not only that, one of the best athletes in my state ever to come out of high school football. Second best running back in my city ever, to the great Ontario Smith. But we'll leave that for another discussion.
Whatever bullshit. Hater.
I will say that this brother has been so influential in my personal life, as far as some of the changes that you may have seen in my content, as far as getting me to go to Africa, get this yellow fever card indirectly, and doing this, and the stuff that I'm doing on the continent. I would say that definitely I would not be doing it if it wasn't for this brother here today. He's just an inspiration. I think he's a really upstanding brother, and he's just really been out there doing it. He really out there, been over the 12, I think 11 or 12 African countries. He's really trying to build that bridge for our community and the African diaspora community. And when he goes, he's staying actually, in the village a lot of times, and in some of the harsh conditions and stuff like that. And he really loves the Black people, and that is the Search for Uhuru YouTube channel. Dynas Amir. What's going on, my brother? Glad to have you back. Been a long time.
O'Shea, brother, thank you for having me on, man. It's been a minute.
All right. You still got a better hairline than me, brother, but I'm not going to hate on it.
Of course. That's that shea butter. So I use that pure African shea butter in my hair.
The white man is holding my hairline back. But
that's what they did to us. See, they was telling us to use that Dax. That Murray. You see that Murray and that Dax to push your hairline back, brother. You got to use that pure shea butter.
Oh man, they try to push it back, my brother. But man, glad for you to be here today, man. I really appreciate you for stopping by. Let me ask you this, and I always want to ask everybody that comes onto the channel. I know you have a great channel. By the time I started watching you, you only had like 4,000 subscribers. And you damn near didn't call me almost at 50. What was the reason that you started creating content on YouTube, specifically the African kind of content?
I think for me, the first time I went to Africa back in 2011, I went to Tanzania, and I posted a few pictures of my travel, and people started asking so many questions that I said, okay, next time I go, let me video. So the following year, I went to Tanzania, South Africa, and Namibia, and I posted a few videos, not a lot. And then people were just asking for more. So I just decided every time I go, I'll post more videos. Ask more questions, get in front of more people, have more of a dialogue with the people on the ground, start seeing more, cover the more historic aspect of traveling and food and everything else. So it's just, getting the content and, putting it up for everybody to enjoy.
Okay. No,
so
awesome.
They experience Africa through my eyes. So.
Yeah, and you do a unique job at that. Nobody does it quite like you do from your perspective. Let me talk to you about also as an African American, because you're unique in the fact that you are African American and you have been to how many African countries?
I think like 12 or 13, something like that.
12 or 13. Now, you have become, because at first you wanted to do some traveling. You were thinking about going to Brazil. I was
going to go to Brazil, buy me some big booty Brazilian freaks. That's what everybody does. Listen, when Black men say they're going to Brazil or Dominican Republic, it's straight tricking. So I got to go to Brazil and just trick off. And I'm glad my brother Yishak Abraham told me to go to Tanzania instead, and that changed my life.
Okay. Now also you do live, the African American experience. You're from the same city that I'm from, which is Sacramento, California.
Yes, sir.
And you are just like me, and we're the African American. Now we have this new shout out to Yvette Carnell and Tone Talks. We've been talking about it all week. Hashtag ADOS, which is American Descendants of Slaves.
Correct.
So we want to come at that from a little perspective. What's your whole idea and concept of this ADOS, hashtag ADOS thing?
I support ADOS. I don't support it from the, I would say, Yvette Carnell Tone Talks narrative.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe that as being descendants of slaves who built this country, that we should not be grouped with other minorities. I think we have our own. Our experience has been completely different. Us and ourselves, we've been here longer than the so-called minorities that are here that have access to the same benefits as we do,
Mm-hmm.
which isn't right. When we talk about civil rights, us black people, descendants of slaves, we were the ones primarily. The majority of us were on the front lines, getting bit and attacked, rather by white supremacists, by dogs, getting hit with water hose. And then here come these other so-called minorities who get to claim these benefits that we died for. And I think it's not right. Don't put me in the same box as a minority. And we deserve our own special concessions that until we demand them as descendants of slaves and not minorities, we won't get. So I do agree with it from that point of view. But at the same time, I'm still a Pan-Africanist. I think we all should unite and work together as Africans of descent all over this globe. But
Mm-hmm.
the descendants of slaves who are here in America,
Mm-hmm.
because of our unique experience, we deserve special concessions
Mm-hmm.
outside of what we get from being considered or referred to as minorities.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. Um, Let me kind of get to the content the basically problems that, and I heard you say this in your channel. It comes pretty much from the American Kenyan communities and the Nigerian American communities when it comes to African Americans and some of the comments that they have towards our people. Let me ask you this: some Africans I've heard say this in Professional Black Caucus on certain videos, and they don't quote me on what video it was, but we are all immigrants to this nation.
Bullshit. Don't put. Sorry to cut you off. Do not
Yeah.
put me in a that does such a disservice to our ancestors who built this country, who built this infrastructure, to put us in the same category as an immigrant from El Salvador, or immigrant from Ireland, or immigrant from Nigeria.
Mm.
Again, our experience is completely unique and different.
If you have people who feel like this, and there are many pockets of Black immigrant America that does feel like this, it creates contention between the two groups.
Well, it shouldn't. They should understand that. I mean, they should understand the history of. I mean, well, number one, O'Shea, you have to understand, if it wasn't for descendants of the slaves, ADOS,
Mm-hmm.
these other groups wouldn't be allowed to even immigrate over here in the first place. I mean,
True.
let's start off with the African Exclusion Act.
Okay.
All right. So after the Panama Canal was built, uh, blacks, the blacks who actually built the Panama Canal from Central America, from the Caribbean, once they figured out that they could make more of a better wage by working in America, the racist American government did not want them. They did not want to allow them into America. So they tried to pass the African Exclusion Act, which will ban any African, whether you're from Africa, Central America, South America, from immigrating into this country. It was Booker T. Washington who went to Congress, who met with the president, and said that you can't do this. So I don't care how they feel. Again, if it was not for Black Americans, descendants of the slaves, they would not have access to affirmative action that they have now. They will not have access to all these any type of concessions that are available for minorities who are in this country. If it were not for the descendants of slaves, they would not have access to it. So I could care less how they feel. I'm a Pan-African, but
Okay.
that's just the reality of it.
Can you now? There's some people that are Pan African that, for example, I know Chief Drino.
Okay.
Chief Drino, who is somebody I found from your channel. We hear him talk on WhatsApp quite often. he's in a situation where I think his dad is African American, his mother is Ghanaian, and he believes that ADOS is something that separates blacks. And I know that there are other Pan Africans who believe that.
Okay, so let me ask you this, O'Shea, not to cut you off.
Yeah,
I don't want to lose my thought. When a Nigerian, a Ghanaian, a Kenyan, when they come to America, do they join our tribe, or do they still consider themselves Nigerian, Kenyan, or Ghanaian, or South African, or Senegalese?
all of those.
So then why are people so offended when Black Americans say, look, we are ADOS, we are descendants of slaves? Why are people so offended by that?
I think I know why.
Go ahead.
They're offended by that because they can't pimp our group anymore. That's probably what it is. They're gonna lose access to. They have to then stand on their own, and they can't benefit from the African American experience. They can't click on black, and they can't click on I'm oppressed, and they can't get all these things. So this is the reason why if ADOS separate them, then all those other black groups, they have to stand on their own without help from our communities at all. They don't get the support, so they can't infiltrate. They can't get into the African American circles. They can't get into African American hip hop. They can't do nothing.
Because this is the thing. When I go to Africa, I try my best to integrate into African society, no matter where I'm at.
Yeah, that's true.
But for some reason, a lot of African immigrants don't want to do the same thing when they come to America.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I would say this: blacks in the Caribbean, whether it be Jamaica, especially Jamaicans, they integrate into our society. Me personally, from my experience, they integrate into our society. They mingle with us.
Mm-hmm.
They collab with us, but it's not truly being reciprocated from those from the continent. And so all we're asking for is, look, I would love for my brothers and sisters on the continent to have access to the same resources that we fought for. But my thing is, when I go over to Africa, I just wanted to be reciprocated, or I wanted to be reciprocated from the African Union. You know, no bullshit language, no jumping through hoops and hurdles. So, for example, in Ghana, they have this right of abode. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking the right of abode gave Black Americans or the Black diaspora who ended up repatriating to Ghana easy access to become Ghanaian citizens and have the same rights as someone that was born in Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
What I found out on my last trip, if you're white, if you're Lebanese, if you're Chinese, you also can benefit from the right of abode. And the right of abode is nothing more than the right to live. You know, I'm starting to notice that a lot of these so-called repatriates who so-called repatriate to Africa, you know, when I think repatriate, I'm thinking, okay, you're going to become a citizen. You're going to have a passport, national ID. Like, they don't have none of that.
Mm-hmm.
So they're no different than the white Lebanese or Chinese who relocates to Africa. So if we have to go through all these hoops and hurdles to become African citizens, and we're returning home, we're descendants of the slaves, but you want to come to America and you want all the resources and benefits of the struggle that we fought for, the resources that we died for, it's not fair, and it's not right. And that's what I'm starting to notice when I go to Africa. That's why I'm, pushing so hard. They have the Ghana year of return. I'm just interested to see how that works. I mean, last time I checked, I went on the Ghanaian website, on the Ghanaian consulate website, and you still have to pay for a visa. They were saying they're going to remove the visa fees. They're going to make it easier for descendants of slaves to get citizenship in Ghana, but I haven't seen that yet. So that's my thing. If it's not the O'Shea, these so-called other minority groups have benefited so much from our struggle,
yes,
and they're not reciprocating. That's why I do not put me in the same pot of gumbo.
Right.
As like, don't do it. We are ADOS, and we need our own special concessions and reparations. Period.
Okay, let me do this. And guys who are here, we got 192 people watching. We got Mr. Russell Westbrook himself. Here, I told you I'm jealous of his hairline. The brother, he's only a year younger than me, but he got my hairline looking like I'm 30 years older than him. And I'm like, man, what can I do to get my flat top like that? So I want you brothers to subscribe to my brother, my personal friend. We share some of the same friends. You guys heard of the Bouillon stories I talk about.
Oh God, yeah, definitely, yeah, boy.
Story times, and so guys, shout out to my brother. Search for Uhuru right here. Hit the bell on his channel, and I want to do that. He's there in the chat. If you talk shit, you will be timed out because he do read the chats too, so he will get you. So like the video. Let me ask you this, Dynasty, because Junk Power Video is here. Shout out to Junk Power Video,
right?
And you are here. Now this is interesting. Everybody know Junk Power Video is white. Okay. It was you two. I will credit you more so you because I know you personally, but more. But it was Junk Pal Video and you who got me really getting pushed to Africa. Really, in a lot of spots, Junk Pal Video, right? Because he was really in my ear about it. You were kind of more so indirect, but some of the things you were saying were hitting more home, like, I will find you niggas everywhere. You will be a motherfucking Dominican Republic. You won't be in Africa, right? So you really got me going to Africa and really got me wanting to experience and watch some of your videos. Now that me and you are in Africa a lot, and you are even there more than I am, although I'm closer to you in Europe. When we go to Africa, we understand how hard it is to make moves on the ground. And we are brothers who are not trying to take advantage of Africans. We want to go there. We want to show people.
I would say this. I haven't ran into too many issues. I have not. It's just little things that don't make sense as far as, like, right now, the big picture for me is I want Black Americans, descendants of slaves, to have every right on paper, not just a spiritual connection, every right on paper in an African country of their choice as the Africans that are born there.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm talking about, like, on the ground. That's what I mean, right? When it comes to us, even trying to get a bank account, to be honest, it was easier getting a bank account in Poland.
Like, right. Okay. You missed stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah, stuff like that. Even, like the African Union, as far as getting buying land there, doing real stuff, it's always difficult for us to really get back in the swing of things to be a part of the continent. I mean, even people like me and you, okay, yeah, we bring our money, we bring our resources, we bring our audience in certain ways to help with the projects, and we bring exposure. You help bring people who run tours there.
Oh, stop the show. Sasha Thurton. Okay, yes, Marcus Garvey is from the Caribbean, but it took Black America's influence to make Marcus Garvey who he was. If that's not the truth, he would have been able to stay in the Caribbean in a Pan-African movement and everything that he was trying to do. He could have solely did that in the Caribbean, but he didn't. He had to come to America to be successful and hook up with Black Americans, this Black American descendants of slaves. All right, go ahead.
Right. So let me, let's talk about that. Like, the African Union, in so many words, is like, okay, they're not trying to win the diaspora. It's hell for us to try to establish anything on the ground there to be in Africa, and but it's not reciprocated. And so how can we keep preaching Africa to Black Americans when, number one, and when you get there, I know talk about this, it's a lot of cooning out there. So I mean,
there is a lot of white Jesus worship in Africa. Yes, it is. And it's a lot
of people that are not African that are running calling shots too in Africa.
It depends where you go. Yes.
Well, in West Africa, I would say that's less than it is in other parts.
It's just as bad in certain parts, but
it's bad in certain parts.
I would say this: Senegal and Nigeria are probably the only two countries where I actually saw like major Black industries, being controlled by Blacks. Everything else was, you had your Lebanese, you had your Chinese, you had your your Indians. So yeah.
Shout out to Nigeria because they pretty much
Nigeria. I mean, that's the thing. People talk bad about Nigeria, man, but Nigeria is probably the most Black ran I would say country
Yeah.
in on the planet. I mean,
Right. Yeah,
people hate on Nigeria, but I mean, I'm going back next month.
Yeah,
That's
and they got their own film industry.
that's the blackest country on the planet right now.
Yeah, no, they're doing. So, I mean, what's the benefit then, Dynasty? I mean, all these things, we're not represented well in the AU.
The benefit is, I mean, that's your birthright. I mean, that land is just as much as yours as it is the continental African. You didn't choose to immigrate over here. That is your land. So damn it, therefore you deserve the right to go back and call shots. Period. That land is the most wealthiest, fruitful land on the planet.
Okay.
So therefore you deserve a piece of it. Period.
So this is not. I mean, when you get in conversations with people on the continent about this, what is their what do the continental Africans have to say about what you're saying?
No, a lot of them agree. A lot of them agree, and a lot of them want us to come back. I mean, I've been received very well, O'Shea, talking just like this. I don't hold back. I've been received very well. That's why I'm going back in next month. So I haven't had any issues. Now there are some here and there immigrants that might say some slick words, might have some slick words, but outside of that, I've been received very well.
Okay. Now, do you think that you've been received very well because you are search for Uhuru, Mr. 50,000 subscribers, and you have?
I don't know. I just think I tell the truth. I don't hold my tongue. I tell them my mission. To reconnect Africans and African Americans.
Okay.
I speak in I'm bringing the Pan-African doctrine and how important it is. Mm-hmm. Africa is the future.
Okay.
And we must take back control of what's rightly ours. Us as DOS and continental Africans, African immigrants, or whatever. Absolutely.
Let me ask you. So shout out to the brothers here. Declaration. What you want sounds like Israel's right of return. They also have well-staffed agencies to help folks immigrating from abroad. Shout out to you guys. Make sure you subscribe to Dynasty Mir here in the chat. Like the video. Let me talk about this, right? I was watching Phil's video a little earlier today. And before I talk about that, you had a brother on, and I don't know where he's from, but he always have his kids in the background hella loud and shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's coming back on tomorrow.
Yeah. He have his kids on, like, and I think the title of the video was, should African Americans be speaking on what's going on in Africa? Mm-hmm. And it seems like Phil, in some of his talking points, was hinting at, when Africa, I think he's implying that Africa needs to be one continent, one leader, one language, open borders. What do you think about that? I think that's what he's getting at, pretty much is what he's saying. Do you think that African Americans have a right to speak on that? And do you think that should be the case?
Those who are involved in Africa, who are vested in Africa like me, absolutely. But those who have contempt for Africans, who could care less about Africa, then no, you shouldn't be speaking on Africa. You could just be Yvette Carnell. See, there's levels to the ADOS. Okay. There's a guy like me who agrees with the ADOS philosophy.
Yes.
But I'm still Pan-African. Yes. You have the extreme like Yvette Carnell. So, those like Yvette Carnell just focus on being what I call a militant integrationist. People like myself, you need to demand what you deserve and what you're owed. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I mean, us as Black people still across this planet still have to come together. But there's still a debt that's still owed to descendants of slaves, period.
Okay, let's kind of get to this. Should Africa have no open borders, in your opinion?
Yeah.
You think they should?
Yeah, absolutely.
Should they have one leader or 54 leaders?
This is the thing, O'Shea. So I was in Togo, right? And they were telling me the story of when the white people came and colonized Africa. So literally, O'Shea, just imagine your house in Del Paso Heights. You're in your backyard. Mm-hmm. Then a white guy just walks through, puts 2 cones down, and says, "Okay, O'Shea, this part of your backyard is Sacramento. The other side, or this part of your backyard is Togo. The other side is now Ghana."
Yes.
And you're just like, what the fuck? That's how shit went down. So if not for open borders, I believe that the borders that the Europeans created needs to be redrawn personally, or we just got to figure it out and work it out together. And by through doing that, I think open borders it's a good solution.
Let me talk to you about this, Dynas. You know, there are African Americans like you who reach the hearts of, and I see the comments, man. People really appreciate what you do. I see you. I saw you in Ghana with the one brother. He had a really beautiful house. I think he was a real estate guy in America, living in Maryland.
Right.
Beautiful home. So it seems like, you know, a lot of people appreciate your work. I saw the episode in Ivory Coast. But you know, the Pan-Africanism thing that I see that's coming from it seems like it's an African American concept.
It was created in the West.
Okay. And from what I see, a lot of the Africans, brother, they're not really trying to unite like we would love to see them unite. And so how can you basically, you know, me and you being on the continent almost, you know, 4 or 5 times in a year, a lot of the Africans don't see themselves as united like that as one Africa.
It's changing. I mean, the conversations being had, the ideas being spread around. It's changing. Trust me, it's changing. I have hope. It's changing.
Okay.
I mean, you still have a couple clowns out there, but it's definitely the idea of Pan-Africanism is definitely being received.
So let me ask you
but it is an idea that was created in the West.
So let me ask you this then, Dynas, how are we as a group of people? Well, I mean, because in the African Union, you know, you have people that are big players. The Chinese, they have money in Africa. You have a lot of other people like, you know, Israel trying to get a seat in the African Union. African Americans, we're saying, okay, we deserve to be there, but we're not putting no money into nothing like that. So we know how Africa moves, right? You want stuff to move for you, got to put money up. Do you think the African Americans are going to be able to really push their influence on the AU? And they just had an AU meeting. They're having one right now. We have problems in our own country getting money for political elections. How are we going to be able to influence the African Union when we know that we can't say it's our birthright? We got to come up with something more than that.
Well, I think the potential is definitely there. I mean, shout out to College Ennis in the chat room. I mean, we spent $63 billion in tourism last year. Black Americans. 63 billion.
What?
Billion.
Damn.
So the money is there.
Yeah, we got money. No doubt about that.
Money is there. It's just trying to convince Black people where to put it is the issue. So, you know, I think if the African Union comes together and says, hey, let's put together these programs for Black Americans to get them to invest, and then at the same time offer these types of perks, it can happen. Because like I said, we spent $63 billion in tourism.
Sure.
You know, your cousin spent probably $5 billion on J's. You know, hey, listen, we got the money. It's there. I'm not worried about the money. The money is definitely there.
So, I mean, why do you think with all of this stuff, right? Because it seems like Black Americans, when you talk about Africa, they'll go out and buy the dashiki, but actually going there, nah, it's not happening. What's keeping African Americans from going to the continent?
Just ignorance. I mean, I think just the prime reason, majority of the time, it's just ignorance, man. I mean, a lot of us are just purely ignorant. We use 1970 and 1980 stereotypes to justify not going to Africa in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So it's changing though. I get 5 to 10 emails a day of people excited about going after watching my videos. So the climate is changing. I mean, more people are going, but again, it's just ignorance, man. I mean, our people are the most educated but ignorant people on the planet, man. It's amazing.
I definitely agree. Let me do this real quick. Shout out to everybody. 284 people watching. I won't hold you too long. We'll go for about another 15 minutes. You got 15 minutes for me, player?
I got 30. Let's go.
You got 30 minutes for me? Oh, shit. All right. Let's talk about some other things that's going on in this community. So the ADOS,
Right.
shout out to Yvette Carnell and Tone Talks. Let's say you have this group, right? What are the plans to move this group forward? I know they're looking for reparations.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we're ever going to, we're probably never going to get it. What are some of the things that African Americans or descendants of slaves need to be focused on to kind of come together as a group to do more stuff with one another?
I think number one, and a lot of people disagree with me on this, holding your vote. Like, do not vote for shit unless your agenda is on the table. If it's not, I would, because I mean, the thing about it, the black vote is what swings the vote from either Democrat to Republican.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And they realize that. So I would not vote for shit unless our agenda is on some politician's table. I don't care who it is, Democrat, Republican, Independent. That's who I'll put my money behind. That's who I'll put my vote behind. Because just black people have became so soft, and we have to vote for the least of two evils, and they vote for just babble, just a bunch of just vague babble. That's what they vote for. So I think holding your vote and putting your money behind that vote versus towards what you want done or what you want to see, what you want to have done or what you want to see from specific politicians, whoever it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do.
Should we fund that vote though?
Absolutely, you got to put your money behind it.
Got to put your money behind it. Okay. Here's a Negro. He been saying negative shit all fucking chat. Jackson Wilson.
Yeah.
The stream proves how we as blacks are all lost. Every fucking show. You time him out. I know you doing it, nigga, but get his ass out of here. Nigga, can I roast him real quick?
Go ahead.
Every motherfucking show, dog. And I'm trying to be cool tonight, nigga. You bring your stupid ass into my motherfucking chat. Every motherfucking show. And you're always talking a whole lot of motherfucking shit. Every time, dog. What time is it where you at? Hold on one second. Nigga, it is probably motherfucking 10:47 p.m. at the latest on a Saturday night, nigga. You are in here fucking with me the whole motherfucking day, okay? Go ahead and get him. You want to get him? Go ahead and get him.
No, go ahead.
Now, every motherfucking time, nigga, I bring my motherfucking ass on here. Here you go, nigga. You are a motherfucking stalker. Okay, you are a shadow, nigga. I know I'm real dark, nigga. But every motherfucking time I come in this bitch, here you are, nigga. Every motherfucking time I go live. Don't matter where the fuck I'm at, nigga. You are there, okay? You are there, nigga. And you always talking hella shit on my pre-recorded videos, talking shit. Motherfucking live stream, talking shit. I wake up, you commented, and the first comment I'm seeing is from your motherfucking ass. Talking a lot of shit every motherfucking day. I don't understand that motherfucking shit, nigga. You need to get you some pussy in your motherfucking life, or join the church, or join the Jehovah's Witnesses, and go knock on some motherfucking doors on Saturday. Then you would be too tired to comment on my fucking stream. But you won't do that. You would rather come in here and bring your stupid black ass and this motherfucker fucking with me, a nigga who don't even motherfucking know you, nigga. So don't get it motherfucking twisted. Okay, just because you might be one nigga, you get your motherfucking ass cussed out. You need to get some. You know what, nigga? You need white Jesus, nigga. You need to get in somebody's choir stand and repent, nigga. Do something with your fucking life and leave me the fuck alone. Is this real? I'll tell you how real it is. Time Shannon beat motherfucking ass out. You want to find out if it's real? Time his ass out. You'll find out if it's real, nigga. You want to, oh, it's real. Hold on. We gonna, yeah, show him it's real. Hold on. Time his ass, get his ass out of here, motherfucker. It is real. Get your question asking ass to the motherfucking wall. Niggas, O'Shea Duke Jackson channel. You niggas have forgot who the fuck I was. Tired of you niggas in black YouTube always in here talking a lot of motherfucking shit all the motherfucking time. Every day, one of you niggas come here talking holla, just running your goddamn mouth. Stupid motherfuckers. All right, my brother. Now back to Africa, brother. What were you saying, brother, about Africa?
I was just saying that black people need to hold their vote until
brother.
their agenda is on a politician's table, and their politician is going to push that agenda, period.
So what about Kamala Harris, my brother?
Fuck Kamala Harris. What the fuck? You said fuck Kamala Harris.
Wakanda forever, bro.
You can present your agenda to her, but he's already on that. We is minorities. You know, we is minorities. You know.
Yeah. So you don't want to do the Wakanda forever, my brother?
No, Kamala is a clown. Fuck Kamala. Fuck Kamala Harris.
I'm just curious, man. What you think of this nigga Cory Booker?
I mean, dude, O'Shea, you want to run for president?
I wouldn't even make it out the primaries, nigga. I'd have been lost in the debate. I'll start cussing niggas out. I might win on accident.
Hey, that might win. It worked for Trump,
right? Because I'll be telling niggas off.
Yeah, we is all minorities. You know, I don't have time for that minority talk. Like, I don't have time for it.
I mean, so let's talk about this, right? Because these Democrats is really holding these niggas back, man. Now, Corey, you and Cory Booker share one similarity.
What?
Both of you were USA Today All-American football players.
Cory Booker was not no USA Today All-American football player.
He was a 1986 USA Today All-American with Ricky Waters and Emmitt Smith.
Hold on, I gotta look this shit up.
I swear to God.
Hold on, let me look it up. Hold on.
I promise. Yeah, nigga. So you can't. He.
Hold on. I don't believe it. Hold on.
Yeah, man. He went to Stanford on the football scholarship.
I don't believe it. Hold on. I don't see it. Bro, you gotta send me the link.
It's true, bro. He went to Stanford with
Ed McCaffrey. He was 1986 USA Today All USA High School.
Yeah, and you were what, 1999?
1999.
Okay. How did you make it on there and Ontario didn't make it? They was hating on him.
No, because Ontario was I don't want to cuss, but you know why. Man, you gotta have good character. I'll leave it like that. You know why.
You gotta have a flat top and go to a white high school like Christian Brothers. Yeah, I get it.
Cory Booker was a USA Today All-American.
Yeah, he was a USA Today All-American. Yeah, so
listen, Emmitt Smith, Ricky Waters, who else is on here?
Well, those are the only two that mattered.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I stand corrected. I apologize.
So let's talk about this real quick, right? Because I mean, did you see Cory Booker's and shout out to the super chats? I'm gonna get to y'all in a minute. I'll thank you, brother. Shout out to VEJ out in Canada. This nigga Cory Booker is a fucking comedian. He just this nigga has this campaign commercial talking about how he was discriminated against. He was a victim. His family couldn't get into the housing that they wanted at first initially. I mean, not to mention that both of his parents were fucking IBM corporate executives.
Right.
The nigga went to Stanford. Then he went to Queen College in London, in the UK. Then the nigga goes to Yale and get a law degree. And the nigga is like trying to run on this victim mentality, like, give me the affirmative action vote. Nigga, are you serious?
Yeah, but still, you gotta. There's a study done, O'Shea, that white high school dropouts are doing better financially than educated blacks with a degree, undergraduate degree.
Okay, why do you think that is?
So you necessarily can't, just because a brother has a degree from Stanford or Ivy League school, you can't say that he will not be discriminated against.
I'm gonna tell you why that is. I believe why that is. And you've been to Africa, so I'm sure you know why, right? And I'll tell you why it is, in my opinion. Okay, when you are educated blacks, for the most part, and the same things happen in South Africa. Because they did a poll. Why do blacks that are in the middle class of South Africa have less than the whites in the middle class of South Africa? It's number one reason. You give a lot of your money to your broke ass family members. This is one of the things. Broke ass niggas. Okay? They are a motherfucking listen, I have them. I have not all of my family, but I have at least one or two. And broke ass niggas will keep you broke to the motherfucker too. Especially if your family is like a lot of even some of the blacks, and I will say them. Some of these immigrant blacks come to Canada or they go to USA or London. What are they doing all the time?
Sending the money back home.
Sending money back home, and they family fucking the money up. You know what I'm saying? That's probably one of the reasons that I think, and that's one of the downfalls of actually making it. Because I know some Africans, and shout out to you brothers from the Caribbean that be in here. I done heard horror stories, man. They send their family back money home to buy property, buy a house. You know, you get back there, and mama be like, "What money are you talking about?" You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? So I think that's what it is. You know, in my honest opinion, for that, what you think?
I don't know. I think there's different factors, O'Shea. I don't think that's the only factor in regards to why whites who barely graduated from high school or who only have high school degrees or even dropped out are making more money than blacks with an undergraduate degree.
I gotta see that.
I'm not buying the because we got to support Pookie and Ray Ray argument.
I gotta say that
there's definitely more systematic involved in it.
But in the case of Cory Booker, we know that ain't the case. This nigga, parents is rich.
And he's light skinned, I guess. He's light skinned.
Light skinned. He went to Yale. He's a lawyer. This nigga has better lives than most white folks. Okay. It's white people that don't have, it's like white folks that don't have those numbers. You went to Stanford undergrad, Queens College, and then you go to Yale. Right. He has generational wealth. Nigga, I got generational crack addiction for my daddy, nigga. He didn't give me shit. But a bad mouth and some curse words. Yeah. So hold on a second. Let me good show, O'Shea. Any black person that votes for Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, Alexandria Cortez needs their hair examined. Let's talk a little bit about this, man. Let's talk about why have you been going to West Africa so much, man, as of late? You know,
I love West Africa, man. I'm just more connected to West Africa than East Africa. I don't know why.
Do you think? I mean, do you think because we have more in common with them, or what's going on?
That too, and I think personally, the just the people when it comes to the culture, I just think West Africa is more vibrant. The people are than East Africa. Me personally, when it comes to the people, when it comes to the culture, that's my personal belief.
So,
but if you're into like safaris and animals, I think East Africa would be better.
Okay. Shout out to y'all down. Cory Booker, 21 Savage Apologies. What up, Q Butter? So, because you've been going back to Nigeria so much, at first it was Senegal.
Right.
You've been to Nigeria like, what, 45 times now?
It'll be 5 times since August when I go next month.
So, what's going on, man? And, I mean, I would love to get.
I love Nigeria, brother. I love it. I just think personally, I think the Nigerian immigrants give Nigeria a bad name.
Well, they definitely do that wherever they go.
It's night and day. The people, night and day.
Night and day.
Night and day.
Where do you see yourself, man? Like, let's say if you got $5 million right now, you found it in the bag or something like that. Are you moving to Nigeria? What would you do?
Nigeria.
For sure.
Yep. For sure. Personally. Without a doubt. Nigeria.
What about the opportunities there? What's popping?
It's wide open. I mean, you got to understand, O'Shea. Nigeria has 200 million of us. So it's the largest black market on the planet.
Yeah.
Bigger than America.
Yeah.
Now, black Americans were the most visible.
Right.
But as far as opportunity, I mean, you got 200 million of us, black consumers. Produce something. Go to Nigeria. Everybody looks like you. It's not the economy in, unlike other African nations, Nigerians for the most part control their own economy.
Yes, I will give them credit for that. They damn sure do.
So, I mean, Nigeria is the blackest country on the planet right now. It has issues. It has some infrastructure issues, but outside of that, Nigeria is the blackest country on the planet.
I mean, let me ask you this though, because shout out to Nigeria. I got to give them credit for that. You know what I mean? I was talking to Blackest Night about that. I went to my first concert. What's the little Nigerian R&B singer that I went to, man? What was his?
I don't know.
Hold on. What's this nigga name, man? This nigga's name is not Olamide. Olamide, he got slaps though. Not Olamide. This nigga name was Iyanya. Shout out to him. And here's the thing I want to talk about, right? Iyanya came here to Poland. I bought a ticket in the VIP with him. Now, WizKid is like, none. Who's Wale? Nigga, Wale's in America. Olamide got slaps. I like Olamide. He be kicking ass.
Yeah, and in the music, I'll say this, O'Shea. Nigeria is putting out the best music right now.
Yeah, them niggas is killing shit for sure.
Yeah, it's just I just hope and pray to God that Nigeria, they don't get, seeing, they don't, instead of chasing Nollywood, I hope they don't change and pivot and want to chase Hollywood. And then non-whites and then non-blacks take over Afrobeat and Nollywood. Then it's a wrap. But right now, man, Nigeria is putting out the best music right now. The best music. Yeah. Because our black R&B is dead, doesn't exist. Black soul doesn't exist. All we have is stupid ass mumble rap. Nigeria, the Afrobeat, Nigeria,
it's off the chain.
I'm just hoping that they don't sell out like hip hop sold out.
I don't think they will.
I hope they don't. I mean, they've been doing it here and there, somewhat, but I just hope I pray to God that Nigeria does not sell out. That Nigeria does not sell out Afrobeat the same way we sold out hip hop.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna be a little bit more harder. The Afrobeat shit is off the motherfucking charts. And the thing I like about like Nigeria, and even when I went to Kenya, right? When you come from America as a black man, and when you look at the Naira, it's a black man on the motherfucking Naira. You know what I mean?
Hold on. Let me show you Naira right. Hold on.
Okay, hold on, y'all. He got the shit. He about to be. Don't go to the club, tricking on nobody with the Naira that I won.
Here we go, y'all. Here goes a Naira right here.
What you got? 5,000?
This is 50.
That's like what, like 20 cents?
Yep.
Where the 5,000 at, man?
I think Naira only goes up to. Okay, here goes. No, this is safer. Here goes 20 Naira. This is like 2 cents.
Yeah, they might well throw that in the trash. I think the biggest note they have is Naira denomination.
Actually, no. Actually, O'Shea, the biggest note they have is it's 1,000.
Oh, 1,000. I'm sorry. Yeah, 1,000.
Yeah, it's 1,000. I think the biggest note they have
is 1,000. Yeah. So when you want to buy something hella expensive, you got all these goddamn notes and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You get $100, you're walking around with a case full of money.
Right. So like $100 is like 36,000 Naira.
Right. So the thing about I like about when you in Africa is the black man that's on the money. Like when you go to Kenya and you see Jomo Kenyatta. Hold on, man. I can't let you just shit on me like that. Let me break my little African currency. Yeah. I got a little something play up. Yeah, brother. Hold on, hotel, brother. What y'all know? Who's it? Don't tell them what it is, right? What currency is this? Anybody know? Anybody know? I'll give you a shout out. Don't tell them. I know you know, Dynast.
Well, it's shown. You can see it.
Yeah, how can you not? These niggas can't read.
Yeah.
Oh shit, y'all know I'm playing with you. Yeah, that's the South African rand, right? So the rand's a little bit more worth something than I should have tricked this off when I was there. This is the 50, so I only got that. I already got 270 rand left. So the thing about it is, man, when you have these, right, and you get to see this a brother on the rand, like for me, That's a beautiful feeling, man. Like, although I'm not South African, but when you go buy something in the mall and it's a Negro on the motherfucking currency, you like, white man not gonna hold me back today, motherfucker. I got a nigga on a goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Not to call him a nigga, but I be feeling real good about that. It's a brother on the motherfucking bills. You know what I mean? You be glad you be excited about that shit. And that's the thing about Africa that I really love. It's us it's people that look like us on the fucking bills.
Yes, sir.
Man, you can't tell me shit. I'm like, nigga, what? How much it costs? Oh, that's no problem, baby. Go ahead on and keep that. You know what I mean? But what opportunities do you see for yourself, man? I don't keep you too long. I got about 5 minutes, but what do you see for opportunities that as your skill set? What could you do on the continent with your skill set? And what do you plan on doing there?
I want to get involved in building sales teams. As far as working with and getting back into corporate America, but in Africa, and building sales organizations. That's personally what I would like to do.
Okay.
Focus on media as well.
Okay. So what kind of media?
I mean, whatever. Like what we're doing right now. I mean, just having these conversations, but including Africans in it firsthand. I think conversations like these are important. And really centering around Africans telling their own story, telling our story. Because that's been the major issue. It's just, as Amir Ra says, media is the biggest. What does Amir Ra say about the media? It's just pretty much the biggest form of white supremacy. What does he say? Mass media propaganda. So really telling our own story, controlling our media, and controlling our own images.
You know what I like to see, man. I always thought about this. I watch Vlad.
O'Shea.
Out of my chat. Get her out of here.
O'Shea.
I don't even know who this person is.
Okay. You're back now. You're back. Okay, you're back.
This motherfucker keep bothering me, tagging me. Get your ugly ass up my chat, nigga. I don't know you, troll. Probably a nigga behind the. Who is that? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I hear you now. We're good.
Yeah, man. Nah, that fucking linebacker looking motherfucker was in there talking shit. That Negro Clark. Who was that? I don't even know you, man. Get your dusty ass out of my chat. Oh no, you look kind of good though. I'm sorry. What? No, fuck you anyway. But give me your number, boo. You probably a nigga anyway behind that goddamn fake profile. All right, shout out to you. Oh shit, Sub-Zero, ADOS till I die, getting that tatted. Why they be trolling me? He probably ain't even no girl. Probably some dude pretending to be a girl. But anyways, let me do the shout outs, man. I'm not gonna keep you too long, my brother. I know you came in on over here. But man, let everybody know, man, because you've been doing some big things in Africa. I've seen you blow up, man, like from like not taking this shit that real serious to just like, damn, you had damn near 50,000 subscribers. I do be hating on you behind your back. So I'm letting you know.
Don't hate, brother.
I be hating, man, because you got that hairline on me and shit, man. I don't like that shit, man.
I told you, O'Shea, this is the issue. See, it's a conspiracy theory. See, they pushed Sadites, 50-50, and Dax and Murray in the black community, and that has contributed to receding hairlines.
Man,
so you have to use all natural shea butter in your hair, brother. You gotta see. You was using that Murray's and that African Pride and that Dax in your hair, and it caused your hairline to recede, brother. That's right. What it is.
Right. Shout out to Mr. Earmore, Shawalan brothers. I got that Kwame Nkrumah hairline going on right now, man. I need to go ahead on and comb mines over the top, brother. White man is holding my hairline back. But let me just do this. I'm gonna shout out the super chats, man. I'm just so glad to get my brother on here real quick. You know what I mean? I'm trying to catch him in West Africa one of these days. Shout out to Roy de Ure. I talk to her all the time. I call her Roy. I'm gonna go out there and see her in Liberia. That's my sister. I really love Royda. She is so cool. She be talking a whole lot of shit too. So you know I love that. So I will. I mean, that would be good if you get her on your show. And then also, Dynas, please contact Q Butter of the XYAYX Institute.
Who?
Q Butter. Yeah, Q Butter's cool. He been on my show before.
Okay.
He's a good brother, man. Cory Booker, Eddie Enigma, good show. Any black person that votes for Kamala Harris or Alexandria Cortez needs their hair examined. Thank you, brother. VJ48 out of Canada, 15 Canadian dollars. That brother, what's that? Boy, I'm gonna take that money and get some strippers. Sean McNosey, thank you. Black J38, great content as usual. You need to have Yvette Carnell and Tone Talks on this platform.
That would actually be a good show.
That would be a hell of a show. O'Shea, how hard is it to bake in Uganda? Steven Scott. Okay, let me answer that real quick. If you go to the Oriental Bank of Uganda, you will need your passport. You will need, shout out to Andai, get that shade, brother, man. The white man hold my hair lying back, brother. What was the origin behind the name change and why? Okay, Mr. I'm asking that before we close out. You need proof of address, proof of income. So that means like if you're staying at an Airbnb, you just tell the person before you go into Uganda, hey, can you say that I stay here or something like that? They'll say, yeah. They'll write you a letter saying that you stay there, a letterhead, a business letterhead. And then you need a proof of income. Shout out to Andre Hatchett. And then once you can do that, you can start a US dollar account and a Ugandan shilling account. Those are things that you need. The only reason why I started Uganda, that's only Oriental Bank, though. If you go to Barclays Bank of Uganda, you need 6 months bank history, 6 months pay history. Now, Oriental Bank is a little bit different because it's a smaller bank. So that's what you do need, unfortunately. But I shout out to Oriental Bank. They were very nice when I went there. I just didn't have the time and I couldn't get the stuff. But when I go back, I'll be doing that. The brother wants to know what was the origin behind the name change and why. That's for you, brother Dynas.
It's just I identify more with Dynas Demir versus Albert Hollis. It's just a name I came up with, and I went on and changed it.
Do mom still call you Albert?
It depends. If she gets mad at me, she calls me Albert, or outside of that, she calls me Dynas. But if she's mad, she calls me Albert.
Okay. Do anybody else still, grandma, anybody call you Albert still?
Grandma passed away.
Okay.
Not really. No, everybody calls me Dynas.
Okay.
It took them a while to catch on, but like everybody calls me Dynas now.
Okay. All right. So it's actually on your driver's license and everything, right?
Yeah, that's my real name. Dynas Demir is my real name.
Okay. All right. So if you had bad credit, it carried on over to Dynas.
Yeah. Well, your social security number doesn't change.
Oh, okay. So your credit's still bad. I'm just fucking with you.
Doesn't change, so you can't get rid of that.
Yeah. All right, Dynas, you don't like it, Albert. Y'all gotta man, check out he used to be a cold athlete, man. I used to be an athlete too until I had hurt my knee.
back in the first grade.
Yeah, and I was in the NFL neighborhood flag football league.
Yeah.
But anyways, tell everybody where they can find your stuff, brother. And thank you for coming on. You've been really blowing up, man. You're gonna be doing some great things.
Appreciate it, brother. Search for Uhuru. That's the name on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook, and here on YouTube. Search for Uhuru, everybody. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining. Make sure you go to my page and subscribe. And thank you for supporting the brother O'Shea Duke Jackson. This is a very dynamic platform that the brother has. So continue to support this brother, everybody. Thank you so much.
All right, listen, man, I'm getting up out of here. Thirst box tomorrow. I got a new 126. Shout out to all the people. Shout out to the chat, Dr. Ford, all of you guys who have a great hangout tomorrow. Love you, Negroes, and whoever that was trolling me. Y'all niggas stop trolling me on my fucking channel. Okay, I curse over here. I'm 30 motherfucking 7 years old. My hairline is way the fuck back here. You don't come and tell me what the fuck I need to be saying on my shit. Okay, you go tell your fucking kids that. You go tell your kids, or you get a pet, or you do something with your motherfucking life and tell them what to do. All right, my mama don't even tell me what the fuck to say no more. So you niggas ain't got a motherfucking chance. Okay, So you don't come over here telling me a goddamn thing about what the fuck I'm talking about. Nigga, I'm damn near 40. You not pay. You motherfuckers don't tell me shit. Either you like this shit or you don't. You get the fuck on out. Niggas over here trying to be a choir director over here directing what the fuck I'm saying and shit. You old minister of music ass niggas. There's no choir direction going on over here, nigga. I say what the fuck I want to say. Oh, I didn't read your super chat. Sorry about that, brother. Hold on. I was too busy cussing these niggas out. Wait, hold on. Yeah, man, you niggas come over here with that bullshit every motherfucking show. Why you talk like that? Why don't you shut the fuck up? I'm grown as hell. You old ass niggas gonna be telling me what I need to be saying on my motherfucking show. Brother, what did you say? I've been tired of immigrants for a long time. Thank you, brother. Declaration, he says, what you want sounds like, oh, I read it already. Thank you again, brother J Shot. Thanks, Dynas. I'm out this piece.
All right, brother. Till next time.